And there will come a time, especially in Alaska, here in Alaska, where you're on a remote, you know, you're geographically separated from the bulk of the population of Alaska. And, you will have to fully maximize the usage of the people around you. You're going to have to invest in the people around you. You're going to have to invest time and effort in getting to know people's names, getting to know and learn what they enjoy. Turns out a lot of loneliness has to do with whether or not you're willing to invest interest. It's not about you. What if loneliness, the root of loneliness, was that you are unapproachable? I've had to deal with that. I still deal with that. I have something called finance face, where it's just, I see someone approaching and they look like they're about to ask me a question, and I don't want to answer your question about what's already on your LES. You could have just read that. I sent you an email last week, and you're going to ask me the question of what I emailed you about already. And that's something I personally have to work on, is being approachable, smiling, laughing at dumb jokes. Effort. That's the point. Effort. There's a skit, Dave Chappelle, of we trying to keep it real too much. Like, all right, we got it. If I got to this base and just spoke every single I don't like this, that's horrible, why are we doing this? That don't make sense. Who came up with this? This will be a long year of me ostracizing myself, pushing people away. And that's how loneliness tends to start. It starts with, first of all, accountability. Have I done everything I can personally do to be approachable, to be valuable to someone else? Have I attempted to solve a problem for someone else? That's where relationship starts. That's where networking starts, is problem solving. Not for you, but you solving a problem for someone else, being valuable. There's just a question of worth. Know your worth. It's one of my probably top 5 hated phrases of the 2000s. It's irritating. You hear me? It's irritating. I would argue that knowing your worth relates greatly to the problem that you solve in society. Perfect example. You get paid according to the problem that you solve. So when we look at relationships, the same thing applies. When it applies to friendships, what problem are you solving for the people around you, that they want to be around you, that they want to hang out with you, that they will invite you places? Are you fun? Do you add value? Do you add excitement? Do you add energy to a dynamic? Or are you a wet blanket? You just, woe is me, and why is everything just so horrible? And that's not fun. I don't want to go there. And we wonder why we're alone. We wonder why most introverts want to be invited somewhere, and they just want the chance to say no. But you notice that the invites stop coming. Oh, we figured that you had something else to do. The invites stop coming because you just kind of, get pushed off the island. I'm here to say that whether or not you're willing to admit it, I'm talking to you. Whether or not you're willing to admit it, we all deal with feeling lonely, feeling left out, the fear of missing out, the fear of not being invited somewhere. On some level, that there's been a time where you felt like, I don't belong. I would challenge you. And something I'm quite good at, because it's kind of just, it's normal to who I am. Hey, it just fits. I have a skill of picking out people across a room who are just by themselves. People who are just kind of on the edge of everything. Not that they need to be in the middle of everything. Not that they need to be in the middle of a crowd dancing and being the life of the party. But I can pick out someone through a multitude of people by themselves, playing a little video game or on their cell phone, trying to act like they're really engaged in that text conversation when they're really just scrolling. I can pick that out because I am that same person in certain environments, in certain contexts. I become that person. And a great exercise is to go engage with that person, almost to the point that they're more comfortable that you actually came to talk to them. But again, it's not for them. It looks like it. It's for you. Trust me, it works. The act of giving when you feel like you need something is the cure. I'll say that again. The act of giving while you feel like you need something is the cure for that need that you have.